The top stories: Trade and Regional Integration Ministry calls for enhanced African trade integration. And Dawa University says it is modernizing their functioning federal regional institutions. Hello and welcome to EBC News with the news. I'm Tabitha John. Do stay with us. Staff members of the Office of the Prime Minister of Ethiopia held a comprehensive session to review the office's 2017 Ethiopian fiscal year budget performance and deliberate on the 2018 budget plan, including the broader national budget framework. The discussion focused on evaluating past performance, aligning priorities with national development goals, and ensuring efficient resource allocation for the year ahead. Following the review session, staff members participated in a voluntary blood donation program organized as part of the rainy season's community service initiatives. The initiative reflects the office's ongoing commitment to public health, solidarity, and service to the community beyond administrative duties. Deputy Prime Minister Temesgen Tiruneh said Ethiopia is pursuing a path of national resurgence through its Green Legacy initiative during a tree planting event held at Bahar Dar International Stadium. Temesgen, who was in Bahar Dar over the weekend to observe ongoing justice reforms in the Amhara Regional Supreme Court, joined local officials and residents in the stadium to plant seedlings and promote environmental restoration efforts. He noted that the initiative is already changing the face of cities like Bahar Dar, with palm trees, flowers, and expanding greenery contributing to a more livable and vibrant urban environment. Let us join hands and work together to nurture our national green legacy, an enduring gift for generations to come, Temesgen urged. Launched in 2019, Ethiopia's Green Legacy initiative aims to counter environmental degradation, build climate resilience, and support green economic development. To date, over 25 billion seedlings have been planted across the country. More than 8.4 billion seedlings are prepared for planting in the current 2025 season, with plans to continue expanding towards the long-term goal of 50 billion trees by 2030. Welcome back. Dawa University says it is modernizing the functioning federal regional institutions. University's officials told EBC that the university encountered several problems as it delivered an array of community services, budget constraint being a major one. Santayo Tamrat reports.
In a bid to back Ethiopia's national initiative, Digital Ethiopia, the country's higher learning institutions are exerting efforts by delivering takes to public institutions. One of such higher learning institutions is Dawa University. The university says it is delivering takes that digitize the functioning of some regional and federal institutions.
ዩኒቨርሲቲያችን Over the past 4 years, our university in relation to modernizing and digitalizing institutional function has accomplished a lot. In this regard, we have been contributing to the Dawa city administration and other region as well as federal institutions. We have full confidence in that our university is contributing greatly. We have even secured patent right for some of our technology.
Mentioning that the university itself had taken the initiative to identify basic challenges of communities and institutions and provided tech-based solutions. So far, it has delivered about 6 softwares that have changed the conventional operation of security and hospitality sectors.
Why we are working on these 5 technologies is we have explored the institution and they told us they have some difficulties in managing, especially the firearm guests that are coming to Dawa, and also there are, the transportation system is mainly with Bajaj, and during night time there should be a controlling mechanism by the police commission, and the best technology that was praised by the institution as well as the federal visitors is a system that controls or registers guests that are coming to Dawa. Dre Ngida is one of the best technologies that we have contributed to our administration.
Health services, renovating schools and donating reference materials to schools are among the community service programs the university undertook.
So this has been initiated by the Ministry of Health before 2 years. So as a university, we have taken the initiative as we have the referral and teaching hospital. So since last year, we have tried to reach out around 60,000 section of the community in this process. So with this process, we have created an awareness creation campaign and again a screening process. The other activity under summer volunteer service package is blood donation. So this is also another activity that has been conducted as part of the summer volunteer service package.
Since 2021, we have been closely working with Dawa University. They supported us by providing exercise books and textbooks to our students and reference materials as well to the library. Since last year, they have been renovating our schools. They fully renovated 11 classrooms.
As the university undertook the various services, it has faced some challenges. The major among these is budget constraint.
This might be common to all higher education institutions, and it is related with budget.
The main challenge is financial constraint. It's obvious that in the last 3 years, the budget of the university is a kind of constant and limited.
The directors also suggested the ways out, stressing that the dual approach model being employed can be applied for universities in similar situations.
Now we have a model, we call it dual approach model. This model is, we solve the problem of institutions, the problem of the community. At the same time, we commercialize those technologies, commercialize those systems.
So far, we have been trying to do things collaboratively with government and non-government institutions. One of the things we have mentioned earlier is we try to make projects collaboratively. So that's how we try to subsidize the finance limitation.
The World Bank has praised Ethiopia's expanding pharmaceutical industry as a game changer in healthcare delivery and job creation. The bank says the local production of medicines is not only reducing import dependence, but also opening critical employment opportunities for the country's growing young population. Koshu Melliso has more from the Ethiopia News Agency.
The World Bank has commended Ethiopia's bold strides in pharmaceutical manufacturing, describing it as a key pillar for sustainable development. In an exclusive interview with the Ethiopian news agency, Sharin Varki, the World Bank's program leader for human development in the Horn of Africa, emphasized that the growing local production is crucial for boosting access to healthcare, creating jobs, and driving inclusive economic growth.
The World Bank is supporting multiple sectors in Ethiopia, particularly the health sector. And we have seen tremendous improvements in the health sector, but they still remain quite a few challenges as well. One of the important challenges is to enhance local pharmaceutical manufacturing in Ethiopia. This is very important. It's important for self-reliance in Ethiopia. It's also important for improving healthcare delivery. It's important for making healthcare more affordable, but very importantly, it's an important source of jobs for Ethiopia. So if we really enhance local pharmaceutical manufacturing in Ethiopia, we can create a tremendous number of jobs.
He pointed out, citing studies, that every job created in the health sector can generate up to 3.4% additional indirect and induced jobs across other sectors.
Healthcare can be a tremendous source for job creation in Ethiopia. The health sector has a potential in many, and there are many avenues for job creation, right from healthcare service providers to providers of care. There is enormous potential. There are some studies which show that one job created in the health sector can lead to 3.4 jobs, which are either indirect and induced jobs in the broader economy. Hence, investing in jobs in the health sector are critical for jobs in Ethiopia.
Varki lauded recent reforms by the Ethiopian government that encourages private investment, including the establishment of Clinton Industrial Park, a dedicated hub for pharmaceutical manufacturing. And institutions like the Armor Hansen Research Institute are also contributing technical expertise to strengthen the ecosystem, he added.
Ethiopia has taken a lot of steps to move towards private sector-led growth. And this really includes creating an enabling environment for the private sector to invest and to manufacture in Ethiopia. The recent macroeconomic reforms have contributed a lot to create an enabling environment. In addition, the government of Ethiopia is taking various steps to improve and to make it more conducive for improving local pharmaceutical manufacturing. The Kilinto Industrial Park is another example which has many incentives to invite, to encourage, and to attract private sector investors for local pharmaceutical manufacturing.
The World Bank, together with its private sector arm, the International Finance Corporation (IFC), has been actively supporting Ethiopia's pharmaceutical ambition, Eros learned.
In business, State Minister for the Ministry of Trade and Regional Integration Abdul Hakim Mulu calls for the enhancement of trade and investment collaboration among Africans to build a prosperous continent. CEO and Chairman of Investment Center of Africa, Abdul Nasser, for his part, lauded Ethiopia for its robust leadership in creating conducive environment for investment to bolster regional trade integration in the region. These remarks were made during the 3rd Investment Center of Africa conference held today in Addis Ababa, aimed at promoting trade and investment collaborations in Africa. Shagao Yamato has the following report.
Despite huge resources and useful population, Africa has not yet utilized intra-Africa trade to the expected level to bring lasting development through regional trade collaboration. A conference aimed at boosting trade and investment cooperation among countries, businesses and investors in Africa was held today in Addis Ababa, organized by the Investment Center of Africa in collaboration with the Ministry of Trade and Regional Integration. The summit serves as an ideal platform to renew commitments among Africans to unlock existing potentials. In its keynote keynote speech, State Minister for the Ministry of Trade and Regional Integration, Abdul Hakim Mulu, highlighted the vital role of intra-African investment to unlock industrial potential. While Africa is rich in resources, strategic implementation for regional integration should be African priority, the State Minister said. He also called for enhanced trade collaboration in Africa, noting Ethiopia's strides to foster cross-border trade through FCFTA and various cross-border projects.
Potential does not automatically translate into prosperity. We must build the right frameworks, mobilize strategic capital, and create business environment that inspires confidence, especially among African investors themselves. This is why Ethiopia remains a committed and vocal champion of African continental free trade area. We do not see FCFTA as a simple trade agreement. It is a strategic lever for investment, job creation, value chain transformation, and regional resilience.
CEO and Chairman of Investment Center of Africa, Abdul Nasser Turkey, for his part, commended Ethiopia's improvements in facilitating conducive environment for investment to bolster regional integration, underscoring the significance of the summit in sharing experiences among African businesses to unlock existing opportunities.
Your unwavering support and the commitment have been pivotal in creating a conducive environment for trade and investment. As our official partner for the opportunities, as an official partner for this high-level summit, your leadership has established a platform where ideas can thrive and open doors to countless opportunities for regional integration and collaboration. As we engage in these discussions today, let us focus not only on the challenges we face, but also on the significant opportunities that lie ahead. Let us embrace innovations, harness technology, and invest in our human capital to propel our economic forward.
Various ambassadors and company leaders spotlighted progresses and untapped opportunities to maximize trade connectivity in Africa by harnessing technologies. Indian ambassador to Ethiopia, Anil Kumar Rai, expressed commitment to support Africa in its endeavors to achieve its development goals.
Let me allow to underline and renew India's commitment of solidarity, friendship, and partnership with Africa, and we are committing that we are with Africa and we will always with Africa. Africa will be the top foreign policy priority of India. This is what we stated. India's development partnership will be guided by the priorities of Africa. We will keep our markets open and make easier as well as attractive for the African nations to trade with India. So we will also support the industry to invest in Africa and work towards sustainability and fight the big challenge of climate change together.
Attended by government officials, Investment Center of African leaders, ambassadors, representatives of African and global business institutions, the event serves as a powerful tool to share experiences and forge an integrated and robust trading system.
And finally, in a positive push for Ethiopia's economic future, Dugasa Mulugeta, an instructor and researcher at the Addis Ababa Science and Technology University, told EBC that the government's 2018 fiscal year budget holds strong potential to accelerate national development if strategically directed towards key sectors. His remarks highlight growing optimism that well-prioritized investments could pave the way for sustainable growth and progress. Jerusalem Petzaha has the details.
In its 42nd regular session, Ethiopia's House of People's Representatives has unanimously approved a 1.93 trillion birr budget for the upcoming 2018 Ethiopian fiscal year. According to the breakdown, 1.2 trillion birr is allocated for recurrent expenditure, 415 billion birr for capital expenditure, 315 billion birr for subsidies to regional states, and 14 billion birr for regional support aimed at achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. Speaking to the Ethiopian Broadcasting Corporation, Dugasa Mulugeta, a researcher and lecturer at Addis Ababa Science and Technology University, emphasized the importance of strategic allocation.
The budget of 2018
Ethiopian calendar or 2025-26, but fiscal year, the government of Ethiopia endorsed 1.93 trillion annual budget to achieve its socio-economic development for the big macroeconomic pillars of agriculture, industry, service, and overall tourism, and they now come to the digital economy. All this budget disbursement is very important to realize the plan of this year, and it is a good amount of money to fulfill the economic development of the country.
As an expert in economic development and international monetary systems, Dugasa commended the government's focus but urged that the budget must prioritize key sectors to effectively drive national economic growth.
We should have to prioritize what is the burning issue, the need of the economy, which front is all sectors are important, all the strategic pillars are important equally, but the bad thing is money is not sufficient to equally distribute it to all these sectors. Therefore, planning, prioritization is one of the most important things to realize the need of the economy, development trajectory of the country, and so forth. To my understanding, still agriculture plays an important role in Ethiopian economy. So prioritization is that one, due to the fact that we need food security and national self-sufficiency.
Dugasa also stressed the need for efficient resource utilization to meet the government's annual plans, highlighting the importance of strengthening tax collection systems as a vital component of sustainable development.
Cautious, prudent utilization of the resources, wisely and properly, and fulfill the annual plan of the fiscal year. For that, again, what is the source? It is the revenue, tax payment, tax collection, regular collection, prudent collection of the tax, and then this collected revenue must be placed for all the sectors according to the budgets allotted or allocated for each sector.
Ethiopia's macroeconomic reform agenda for the 2018 fiscal year, aligned with the broader homegrown economic reform program, centers on enhancing economic resilience through fiscal discipline, increased domestic revenue mobilization, and structural reforms aimed at improving the business climate and national competitiveness.
You're watching ABC, a reminder of the top stories. Trade and Regional Integration Ministry calls for enhanced African trade integration. And Dawa University says it is modernizing the functioning federal regional institutions. That's all we had for now. I'm Tabitha John. Thank you for watching. Goodbye and do take care.